I will cover the Naga kings history in separate program. You will be surprised that Telangana is the birthplace of Brahmi, Paisachi and other languages which were little known to people. The Satavahana kings, who were sponsors of Paisachi and Brahmi and Prakruti languages, have written their uh, accounts and the files of their kingdom in this script only. Telugu script, maybe it was coming after 8th or 9th century. It has its roots from 5th to 6th century AD. I would like to say the Shatavahana kings and Yadava kings history was being linked together. We need to search for it and do some research on that, how they were mingled together and how the Yadava kings Somagopa and Naranasa are being ruling the Telangana region. Hello, this is Musham Damodar Rao speaking on YouTube on behalf of Telangana history and culture. We have seen lot of things in earlier blogs also. Here, the Telangana Charitra is much older than what we think. As a regular process, Telangana history comes around 500 BC onwards. But it will surprise you that before 500 BC also there are earlier dynasties which were unknown to general public. I want to bring that into the knowledge of all people and the rulers of Telangana state. There are many coins available of that rulers such as Somagopa, Naranasa and others. In my view, we have to say that the earliest kingdoms of Telangana are from Naga cult. The Naga cult is so ancient that it was being ruled from the ancient world, from North India, East India and Telangana also. Now we get traces of that Naga kingdoms in East India, in Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura and Assam, etc. But in an ancient period, we have traces of that Naga kingdom and Gopa kingdoms in our Telangana also. The Telangana state, which is proud to be having Kotilingala as an archaeology site, has been ruined by earlier rulers by not performing exactly the archaeology digging as to be done to enhance the history of history of the Telangana. Here I will be giving you some suggestions. The Kotilingala has been excavated for 6 to 7 layers only, but surprisingly in the 5th and 6th layer we found 2-3 coins of earlier dynasties, which is an asset to our Telangana history. But what happened after that, we don't know. Generally, in other places, uh, In North India, generally the archaeology sites were dug for 18 to 20 layers. But in Telangana, why at 8th or 6th layer the digging was stopped, it is a mystery. Maybe under the behest of earlier rulers it was done. Maybe that was my opinion. Here I would like to say some more thing. Brahmi was uh, born in Telangana only. For that I have some proofs. Maybe all things point out to coins, but we are compelled to go for coins as far as possible. Here you can see the coin in the last part of the coin, which is not round but angled Brahmi. Generally Brahmi comes in circular motion. When a child starts to write in alphabet, he writes only in angled words. So Brahmi, the first Brahmi letters were born in Kotilingala, is my opinion. And one more thing, we have the new alphabets found in Brahmi, and apart from that we have in Kotilingala the tags for goats and nameplates were also drawn on the Kotilingala sites. You will be surprised that when I visited Dholavira, there is an nameplate there. But in Kotilingala also we have a mud nameplate which will be posted soon. I am trying to get that photos from various sources. The same thing is being seen in Kotilingala also. But one more thing I want to point is the Kotilingala, which is one of the oldest site in the world. Maybe that was neglected by the historians for a long time. Now it is being submerged by the construction of Lower Manor Dam nearby. Even though nothing has been done, we have many other ways to see and dig that site with various other techniques which I can suggest and supervise also. You will be surprised. One more thing, there are many